You hear it everywhere, right? Boost your immunity. It's on products, it's in articles, it's all over social media. But what does that actually mean? What does the science really say about how our body's defense system works? Well, let's get into the real story. So, of course, it's the question we all ask, especially when everyone around us starts sniffing. How do I boost my immune system so I don't get sick? It feels like the right question to ask. But what if I told you it's actually the wrong one? Yeah, you heard that right. According to the experts over at Harvard Health, the whole idea of boosting your immunity just doesn't really hold up to scientific scrutiny. In fact, trying to just crank up the number of immune cells in your body isn't something you'd even want to do. So here's the crucial shift in thinking we need to make. We need to forget the word boosting and replace it with balancing. See, boosting suggests a hyperactive, maybe even chaotic system. You don't want that. What you really want is a system that's in harmony, efficient, intelligent, and ready to respond appropriately, not overreact. Right, so let's move past this idea of boosting, because a hyperactive immune response can be just as dangerous as a weak one. I mean, that's the whole problem behind autoimmune disorders. The body's defenses literally turn on themselves. You can also get these dangerous cytokine storms. So a calm, well-regulated system, that's the true sign of a healthy immune system. Okay, so if balance is the goal, how do we get there? I'll give you a hint. It doesn't come in a bottle or a powder. It starts with building a rock-solid foundation. The best way to think about it is like a pyramid, and it all starts with the base. And that base is built on these 4 pillars. I call them the foundational 4: a nutrient-dense diet, regular exercise, quality sleep, and managing your stress. And listen, these aren't just vague, healthy living tips. They are the absolute norm-negotiable pillars that support everything else. And here's the why behind them. Getting about 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week literally gets your white blood cells moving around your body, like guards on patrol. On the flip side, not getting enough sleep or being chronically stressed floods your body with the hormone cortisol, which basically acts like an off switch for your immune system. And yeah, maintaining a healthy weight is huge because we know that obesity can impair immune function and even make vaccines less effective. All right, so once you've got that foundation really solid, then we can move up to the next level of the pyramid. And this is all about giving your internal defense force the specific fuel it needs to do its job. And I just love this quote because it says it all. Your immune cells are an army, and that army marches on its stomach. It's not just a cute phrase. Scientists have known for ages that people who are malnourished are far more vulnerable to getting sick. So let's look at some of the key nutrients. You've got vitamin A, which helps maintain your body's physical barriers, like your skin and gut lining. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your warrior cells. Vitamin D is a big one. It acts more like a hormone, directing immune responses. And vitamin E helps protect your cell membranes from damage. And notice the best sources? It's not a pill bottle, it's whole foods: sweet potatoes, bell peppers, fatty fish, and nuts. And we can't forget the minerals. They are just as critical. Zinc is essential for your immune cells to develop and grow up. Selenium is a key part of protective antioxidant enzymes, and magnesium helps keep inflammation in check. And again, look at the sources. Oysters, Brazil nuts, spinach. It's all about real nutrient-dense food. Now all this talk about food leads us right to one of the most exciting areas in all of immune research right now, and that's your gut. It is so much more than just a digestive tube. Think of it as a central command and training center for your entire immune system. Just try to wrap your head around this number. You have somewhere around 100 trillion microorganisms living in your gut. This huge community, your microbiome, is in a constant conversation with your immune cells, essentially teaching them what's a friend and what's a foe. So how does this whole system work? Well, it starts with probiotics. These are the good guys, right? The live, beneficial bacteria that you find in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi. They help keep the neighborhood in balance, but like any living thing, they need to eat. And that is where prebiotics come in. Prebiotics are basically the favorite food for your good gut microbes. They're special fibers found in foods like garlic, onions, and asparagus. And this is where the real magic happens. When the good bacteria, the probiotics, eat their favorite food, the prebiotics, they produce these incredibly helpful compounds called postbiotics. And these are the molecules that do the heavy lifting. One of the rock stars is a compound called butyrate, which is crucial for helping your immune system stay balanced and not overreact. Okay, so you've got your lifestyle habits, your diet, your gut health. So where do supplements fit in all this? Well, this is the very tippy top of our pyramid. And let me tell you, it's an area filled with a whole lot of hype. So let's just get right to the bottom line here. The research is very clear. If you are not actually deficient in a nutrient, taking megadoses of it is not going to give you a super immune system. More is not better, and in some cases, it can even be risky. Supplements are meant to fill specific gaps, not replace the foundation. Let's use vitamin C as a perfect example. We all know it's the famous immune supplement, but the evidence shows that for the general population, it doesn't really prevent colds. Now, for people under extreme physical stress, like marathon runners, it seems to help. For the rest of us, taking it regularly might shorten a cold by about 8%. But just taking it after you're already sick, probably not doing much. You see, nuance is everything. And it's a very similar story for vitamin A. In parts of the world where children are deficient, giving them vitamin A is a life-saving intervention. It's amazing. But, and this is a really important but, in kids who are already well-nourished, studies have shown that giving them high doses can actually increase their risk of certain infections. So you see, context is absolutely critical. And finally, we have to talk about safety. Please remember, the word natural does not automatically mean safe. As you can see here, common herbal supplements can have very serious interactions with prescription drugs. Things like garlic and ginseng can affect blood thinners. St. John's wort can literally cause life-saving drugs to fail. The takeaway is simple and so important. Always talk to your doctor.
All right, to wrap things up, I want to zoom out for a minute and touch on a really powerful big picture idea, a totally new way to think about our relationship with the world of microbes.
It's called the old friends hypothesis, and it basically suggests that for millions of years, our immune systems evolved alongside a huge diversity of microbes in our environment, from dirt, animals, plants, you name it. And its constant exposure was like sending our immune system to school. The theory is that our modern super sanitized environments are depriving our immune systems of this crucial training, which might be contributing to the rise in things like allergies and autoimmune conditions. And this really leaves us with a final, powerful question to think about. What if our obsession with destroying every germ around us is a bit misguided? What if a truly resilient, balanced immune system isn't built by living in a sterile bubble, but by cultivating the right microbial allies, both inside our bodies and in the world around us? It's a pretty powerful thought. Thanks for joining me.